Hey guys, it's Kathy here, and I'm back with a remake of my By the Sea album using a completely different paper line. I had a request for a gift for a couple that's getting married near the water, and she wanted an album with the wedding colors, which were navies and ivory and tans and various shades of blue. And she didn't want the vintage theme that the G45 By The Sea had. So it just came at a perfect time because I had just picked up this Die Cuts with a View Hey Sailor stack, and I wanted to do something with this. And so we agreed that these were the papers that we would go with, and so I'm excited to share this with you. What I've done now, their names, I've changed the names. This little title thing is just on here for the purposes of the video. I wanted to, keep their privacy and not have their names out there all over YouTube. But this is how the title part appears on the one that I've done for the album. I've added in a lot of these flowers were flowers that I picked up at Michael's, and had a lot of the navies and various blues and things that I wanted to pull in. Now this paper collection has a lot of golds in it, and the By the Sea I used silver tones to go with that paper. So I changed this knob and this little anchor, all of these things were silver, and I changed them with rub and buff. Very easy to use. And so on the spine, oh, and I made this snap tape. This actually isn't snap tape. I bought a package of snaps and just pierced these through a regular twill ribbon here because I wanted it this color, and I was able to change. These only came in silver again, so I was able to change those to gold before I put them on there. On the spine, again, these were really bright brassy grommets here, and I kind of dulled them down with the rub and buff. And then these also were silver, and I used the rub and buff on them. And these are the same charms that I used on the By the Sea album. So, same closure and everything, just used a different jute ribbon here in the more neutral colors. And also what I did is this paper collection, the Hey Sailor stack, is a lot of navies and blacks and ivory. Not a whole lot of color going on, and I wanted to bring in a little bit of color. So I used a few sheets from the Violet Leaf stack, and they also had, these papers have kind of that glossy finish, and these do too, at least the ones that I used from the stack. It's kind of half and half. But the ones I used had the glossy finish too, so it worked with it, and I was able to bring in a few other shades of blues and a few little light greens. So that's what this is behind the title, is from Violet Leaf, and in this part here too. So I'll go ahead and show this to you. It sticks exactly by the tutorial. So I'll have a link to the tutorial. Again, it's using the By the Sea tutorial, and I'll have that in the remarks section of this video if you're interested in that. And I'll go ahead and show you this. So what I've done is I did some quotes. I've used the Snell Roundhand font in this album throughout the album. It's the same thing. Let me go back to the cover real quick. I cut this on a Cameo, and the scripty fonts, believe it or not, you can do it. It does take quite a bit of time and patience, but I was really pleased with the way that turned out, and that's Snell Roundhand that I used on that. And so I just kept that with all of the little quotes that I've used on the pages in here. So this one says, "Let love be our guiding light." I've used nautical stamps. Most of the stamps in here are Gina K Designs, Teresa Momber stamps. And so I just wanted to bring in some lighthouses, and I used a little, this is a K & Company. Instead of the shell, I used the sand dollar. And then this opens, and more stamping, and this is a papers from the Violet Leaf. And then the photo mat here on the side, and I kept the same shells for the pull tags. So just some room for large photos there. And then the flap that opens this way. And then all of the, where the threads end, to cover those and make sure they don't unravel, I used a Martha Stewart sand dollar punch and a quick cut starfish die. And I cut them from gold, this gold, it's kind of like cardstock, it's pretty thick, and just kept it consistent throughout the album. This page, this anchor I cut on the Cameo, and I think it was just a clip art image, and then a little starfish die here that I've used, and I've done some rope through the anchor, and then the same Quick Cuts die here, Lifestyle Crafts die here with the compass, and then that opens up, and then the little pocket, and then the Hey Sailor stack had little tags that you can cut out from the papers, and then I've done some stamping again on the back of those. And they have the small tags and the large tags, so kind of similar to the Graphic 45 collection. And then this opens this way, and again another little tag there, and then the flap opens like that. And I've added a few little things. I did a little, the ship's wheel. This was the Graphic 45 stamp, and I used a little embossing powder on that. On the next page, this was the page in the By the Sea that had a large chipboard tag from the collection. So I knew I wanted to go with another large feature there on here. So I was able to pick up the new Sizzix Tim Holtz, I think it's called Sand and Sea die. And it has this giant, it's the large one, not the mini, but it has the giant sand dollar and a seahorse on it. And then the shell die again, this is a little Quick Cuts die with some like seaweed. And then this pulls down, and then these open up like this. And then again, I've used the anchor punch and just put some twine through there. And then the photo mat here. Leave that out. On the next page, I had more of a whimsical touch to this album. This is a new, I think this is a Spellbinders die, this anchor, and so I just, you know, did the, again on the cameo cutout in the Snell round hand font, the You Are My, and then the anchor. And then this opens up like this. Little room there for photos or journaling or whatever. And then again it opens like this, and then there's another little tag in here, and then the large flap, and then another photo mat there on the side. Okay, and then on this page, this is the porthole page, and what I did have to do on this, because I wanted to go with an image that was larger than the sticker that I used in the By the Sea. So I did make these circles and use the next larger size die for this, but the flaps remained the same, and then I die cut this from the die that I'm using on the edges in this album, and then just did a little stamping. And these are from I just cut them from the papers in the Hey Sailor stack. And then this flap opens like this. I'll try to get that in there. And more stamping there. And then on this page, this quote says, "Love is the safest harbor of all." And I did the stamp scene with the pier. Another sand dollar here that opens like this. And then the little flap here, and then this opens. And then these are the larger tags that you can cut out from the Hey Sailor papers. And then that opens like that. And then on the next page, this is the Sizzix Tim Holtz die, the seahorse. And then there's a photo mat here on the side. And some more die cuts, and this is, I cut this from the Key & Company papers that I had used somewhat, some of them on the By the Sea album. And then stamping in there. And then this opens this way. And then the photo mat in here that pulls out. And then on this one, the quote says, "Let our dreams set sail." And these are all, again, the Gina K Design stamps, a Teresa Momber set. And what I did here, I used one of the buckles from the Graphic 45, and I traced around one of the Hey Sailor papers and just cut it out with scissors to create the same buckle effect there. And this is a little embossed, stamped embossed image there. And then used one of the Graphic 45 buttons here because it was blue and it went. And then this flap opens. Another little tag with some stamping. And then this opens that way. And then on the last pages, this one I just cut one of the tags from the Hey Sailor papers to kind of look like how I did on the By the Sea album. Another large photo mat here on the side. Another Graphic 45 button. I kept the same chevron jute ribbon here. And then this pulls down. And then this opens to the side. Another tag here. And then on the last page, this quote says, "Sail away with me, the best is yet to be." More stamping. And then this opens like this. And then this flap opens this way. And then again like this. And then another tag here that pulls out. And then the photo mat here on the side. So there it is. And here's the back. Done the same way. I added a little brighter button here. The other one had a vintage button, I think, on the back. I hope you enjoyed it. As I said, I will have a link to that tutorial in the remarks section. It is the By the Sea tutorial, same, everything the same except for that one porthole page where I had to enlarge to fit the stamped image. But I hope she enjoys it. I hope the couple enjoys it too. And thanks for watching.